What's up guys, my name is Brandon and the iPhone XR comes out next week and it goes up for pre-order tonight at 12 a.m. Pacific, 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, my time of course, and I just wanted to make one last video talking to you guys about the iPhone XR and why it may actually surprise you. So first of all, if you missed my last video on the iPhone XR, why you should think twice before buying the iPhone XR, make sure you check that out. It's up in the cards right now and also down in the description below. I talk about a lot of these specs and a lot of the specifics in that video, but this video is going to be more about telling you why I think it's going to surprise most people when it actually gets released. So let's kick things off with the number one reason I think it's going to surprise a lot of people, and that is the battery life. Apple is claiming that the iPhone XR, which has a 2,942 milliamp hour battery, will last 1.5 hours longer than the iPhone 8 Plus, which already gets better battery life than the iPhone X. And of course, the iPhone XR is also going to be getting better battery life than the iPhone XS and the XS Max. And this is a big deal because battery life is pretty much the number one thing people complain about when it comes to smartphones or really any kind of electronic. I hear it from people all the time, both in the comment section here on YouTube, on social media, everywhere, in real life. People are always talking about the battery life being bad on the iPhone. People will say, oh, my Samsung gets a full day, but my iPhone doesn't last the full day. It has terrible battery life. And people are just always so concerned about battery life. It's never going to end. So that's why the battery life in the iPhone XR is such a big deal and why I think it's going to surprise a lot of people. It's the longest lasting battery that's ever been put in an iPhone. It's going to last the longest out of any iPhone to exist. And it's not just due to the single cell battery in the iPhone XR, it also has something to do with the display. And this is the next area where I think the iPhone XR is going to surprise you and make you realize that the display isn't as bad as you originally thought. So the iPhone XR has a 6.1 inch LCD display, which Apple is calling the Liquid Retina display, and it has a resolution of 1792 by 898 with a pixel density of 326 ppi. So of course, when this got announced, everybody clowned on the ppi. Everybody said the pixel density is so low, it's comparable to the iPhone 4. You can't even view a full 1080p video on YouTube. It's not even an OLED panel. Just so many complaints about the display right when it got announced, and even now people are still completely bashing the display even after the initial announcement. And with all those things factored in, a lot of people are like, well, this display is terrible, and that is so far from the truth. I think that the Liquid Retina display is probably going to be the best LCD display we've ever seen on a phone, and I think it's going to be a lot better looking than pretty much anybody thinks. Now, of course, I don't think it's going to be amazing. I don't think it's going to be like comparable to the iPhone XS or the XS Max or something like the Note 9 with these OLED panels. Obviously, you're going to see better quality, you're going to see more pixels. I just think that this Liquid Retina display is just not going to be nearly as bad as people are thinking it's going to be. My previous video on the iPhone XR went into a little bit more depth about this display and comparing it to other devices and things like that, but I think that once you see this display in store, you're going to be surprised at how not bad it looks. Now, this has not been confirmed as far as, OLED versus LCD, which uses more battery life, but there are theories out there in research supporting both sides of this. So it is too early to say if the LCD is going to save more battery than like an OLED panel on the iPhone XS or the iPhone X, but we will see. Now, another reason the iPhone XR is going to surprise a lot of people is because it is going to be a performance beast. So not only does it have the same chipset as the iPhone XS and XS Max, which is Apple's new A12 Bionic chip, but it's also a smaller device with an LCD panel and just less moving parts in general as far as software and hardware goes. For instance, you only have one rear-facing camera instead of dual rear-facing cameras like you have on both the iPhone X and the XS and XS Max, and you don't have 3D touch like you do on the iPhone X and the XS and XS Max. And so since we have less moving parts in general as far as hardware and software goes, it just feels like this is just going to be a raw performance beast of a phone. It's really reminding me of the iPhone SE, a new generation iPhone SE, because that phone really surprised a lot of people with just how powerful it was, how much raw power was in that phone. And so I just can't wait to put the iPhone XR up against the Note 9, the iPhone XS Max, older iPhones, all that good stuff in a speed test. So I will definitely be uploading those to the channel within the first week of the iPhone XR getting released. So make sure you stay tuned for those videos. And speaking of those cameras, this is going to be another reason the iPhone XR is going to surprise a lot of people. It has a single rear-facing camera, but it still has portrait mode, it still has smart HDR, and all of the same photo and video features that the iPhone XS and XS Max have. So definitely do not let this single lens fool you. This is going to be an amazing camera. And it's going to be just about as good as the iPhone XS and XS Max. It's not going to be just as good, but it's going to be very close. And the only thing the iPhone XR doesn't have that the XS and XS Max do have, besides obviously another lens, is optical zoom, and that's it. So all that means is that you won't have that 2x there anymore that you could just tap and it zooms in without any grain or losing quality. But me personally, I never zoom in on pictures, so this is not a big deal at all to me. And such an amazing camera like that is not what you would expect from such a performance-oriented device like it seems like the iPhone XR is. this. And not to mention the price of this phone is extremely competitive, starting at $749, makes it a really good upgrade no matter what phone you're coming from. And the variety of colors will also boost sales for the iPhone XR because, I mean, who doesn't just love the look of a red iPhone? This thing just looks so slick. And there are, multiple other colors as well. You have the coral, you have the black, you have the white, just such a variety of colors. And I know some people were comparing it to the 5C, saying it's going to look cheap, but from everything I've seen, these are not going to look cheap. They're going to look premium. They're not going to be plasticky. They're going to feel great in the hand, and the colors are just going to look a lot better than they did way back with the 5C. So yeah, the iPhone XR is going to be an amazing phone, and I think it's going to surprise a lot of people in multiple different aspects, as I mentioned in this video. And I think this is a big reason that a lot of people may not buy it right away. A lot of people are going to see reviews and see everybody talk good about it, and then they're going to be like, oh wow, maybe this phone actually is good, maybe I'm gonna buy it. And for that reason, I think that the pre-orders and just the initial, sales aren't gonna be quite as high as expected, but I think in the long run, this thing can definitely outsell the iPhone XS and the XS Max. We'll definitely have to keep an eye on those sales numbers, and I'd love to report back to you guys on that. So yeah, I'm curious to know if you guys agree with me or not here on the iPhone XR. Make sure to leave a comment down below with what you do agree with, what you don't agree with, or if you have any thoughts at all on the iPhone XR, leave a comment down below. I'd love to read it and respond to you. And also don't forget to pre-order yours tonight at 12 a.m. Pacific time, 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is my time zone, so I will be up at 3 a.m. And they're definitely going to be harder to get on day one than the iPhone XS, so keep that in mind. There's not as big of a supply of the iPhone XRs as there were for the XS and the XS Max. So you'll definitely want to watch my pre-ordering tips video, which is up in the cards as well, if you want to make sure to get your iPhone XR on day one. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Also make sure to subscribe for a lot of iPhone XR coverage coming next week, a ton of coverage coming for that phone. But anyways, guys, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you soon.